Hi, everybody. This is David Nevins, and welcome to Citybiz List. Our guest today is Jeff Maynor. Jeff is the head professional and director of golf at the University of Maryland Golf Course. I don't know how many of you knew that the University of Maryland had a golf course, but indeed they do. It's a beautiful one, and we're talking to their head of golf here today. Jeff, welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me.
So, Jeff, I think it's been quite a year from what I understand. Of course, at the University of Maryland, always lots going on. But even in the golf and the golf course world, I know you've developed a real exciting partnership there between the WGA, the Western Golf Association, Evans Scholars, and your organization, the University of Maryland Golf Course. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's been exciting. So we were approached about a year ago about starting an Evans caddy program, and the caddy program feeds right into a scholarship. And at first, I wasn't sure how my members would take it because we're not really, a caddy type course. So I was a little bit hesitant, but after talking to the WGA and kind of getting more of the information and finding out that this program was really about the scholarship more so than the caddies, and where they were going to get the caddies from, they went to local high schools, some underserved areas, and it's turned out to be fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. We started out with about 13 freshmen and sophomores in high school. And I will tell you, out of the 13, none of them had ever set foot on a golf course. So starting from back in May, when we started training them, they went from being bag toters to by the end of the summer, when we finished up around Labor Day, they were actually starting to be caddies. Probably the most exciting thing to me or most impressive was we had 13 students. And actually, of the 13, it was 12 women and one young man, which is probably the exact opposite of what you thought it would be.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but it was 13 individuals that had never set foot on a golf course. So for them to have the courage to come out to a golf course to caddy when they knew nothing about what they were getting into, and then to see the growth by September was simply fantastic. I think they developed a lot of good relationships with their members. They started talking to the members, really getting to know them, getting to know what they did. And then the members began requesting specific caddies because they did have that relationship with them. So it was fantastic. It was just an unbelievable program.
Oh, that's so good to hear, Jeff. And I know that, and of course, you know that this past summer, the BMW Championship was held in Baltimore, in Maryland, and that benefits the Evans Scholars and Western Golf Association, which is also building a big scholars house, the Caves Valley Evans Scholarship House at the University of Maryland, for caddies and for future caddies, and giving kids scholarships to the University of Maryland. You must be incredibly excited about the future there.
Oh, totally. They bought an old fraternity house and doing a big renovation. I think we've got our first 2 Evans Scholars on campus this year. They're staying in one of our new dorms, but they'll be transitioning over to the Evans house as soon as the renovation's done. It's just an amazing thing, and I think it's going to be a great community for these young people to learn in and be around other scholars that can keep them motivated, keep them interested. They can share ideas and run things by. And I think one of the things I think is going to happen with the scholarship and the scholars that are coming in, as well as the caddies, we're excited about next summer that the ones we had this year will be the trainers or the ones coming in. So developing those leaders, for me, is pretty exciting. I talked to them a lot towards the end of the year about how next year they're going to be the ones who have to do the training. And so it's given them some responsibility. It's given them some goals and things to look forward to. So we're all excited about the program on campus.
Well, again, congratulations. I know at having attended the BMW Championship in Baltimore, I had the opportunity to meet your first two Evans Scholars at the University of Maryland. Incredibly motivating and articulate, in this case, young ladies, but it's
two young ladies.
It's programmed for young men and women. And, just as you've learned about it, Jeff, share with us for a minute just the concept, really, that how, caddying is really training for life, right? That
Yes.
It's about responsibility. It's about building relationships. It's about learning integrity. Continue with that for just a quick moment, if you don't mind.
Caddy is just an offshoot of the game of golf. It's about learning to do the right thing, to be on time, to be punctual, to be responsible, to take care of what you're supposed to take care of. It's really so many life lessons that come from caddying that I think you don't even realize you're learning them when you're doing it. And then when they look back, they're like, they realize, well, I've learned to be punctual. I've learned to ask questions, to not be afraid, to reach out and ask for help when you need help. I think, again, from watching these young people start to where they finished, the growth that they had was amazing. And all the things they learned about life, the confidence they got. Because you go out there not knowing anything about it, by the end of the summer, they had so much more confidence in themselves, and they were, offering advice and speaking up and talking to these people who have been in business for 30, 40 years, and they're not afraid to have those conversations. And so for me, that's what these caddies got out of it. They learned how to develop a relationship. Because in the end, when they get out of school, they're going to do business with people they like and people they trust. And so that's what caddying was for them, was to build that likability and build that trust.
Yeah, you put that so well. I remember I'm a golfer. I guess that's a little bit of a stretch to say when I'm talking to particularly when I'm talking to a PGA professional. So let's just say I tried to play golf. But I remember some years ago talking to my son about the fact that golf is a lot about integrity. And I'm not sure you can name another sport in which the players actually call penalties on themselves. Right. We all watch football, right? And the receiver catches the ball, and maybe he catches it and maybe it bounces even, but he holds it up to show that he catches it no matter which way it was. And in golf, nobody sees a penalty, and yet you're supposed to call it on yourself, and you do. And that's the difference, I think, between golf and, as you said, caddying being an offshoot of that, and teaching you about life and the way it's supposed to be lived.
Right. So I teach this class on campus called Golf for Business and Life. And the whole class is geared around how does golf kind of intertwine with business. And it's all about ethics and morals. In fact, tomorrow's class is on the difference between being morally correct and being ethically correct. And I think that's what caddying and playing golf teaches people. The fact that we call penalties on ourselves, where in almost every other sport, you're taught to try to cheat a little bit if you can. I can remember having Coach Williams, Gary Williams, come speak to my class. And he goes, for us, it's okay when a player goes up for a rebound, you put a forearm in his back and give him a little nudge. But he said in golf, you would never do anything that's not above board. So that's why golf's the perfect sport for business and for life. You're
working with PGA Hope, and I think you have another program there that starts in this spring. Correct me if I'm wrong, and tell our viewers what that's about.
Part of our PGA Reach Foundation. It's one of our programs through the PGA Foundation. And HOPE stands for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. And so it's a program geared towards veterans. What we're doing on campus is really gearing it to our TERP vets, our veteran student group. And it's how to just take golf and use it as a lifetime activity. It helps to network, and, it really focuses on the social part of golf, the mental part, the emotional part, and the physical part. All four of those things can be improved through playing golf. And so the PGA Hope program is trying to give vets an opportunity to use golf to do those four things. We see on campus with our vets, a lot of times they get to campus and they're older than everyone else. And so they kind of feel like they're isolated, and they end up hanging out with just the same people because that's who they feel comfortable with. And what we are hoping that starting this PGA Hope program will do is give them an outlet to meet more people on campus and around campus, as well as to network with both our members and business leaders that come to campus.
Well, again, kudos on that as well. And then not only do you have programs with vets, but I know you have a partnership with First Tee and the PGA Junior League. Take a quick minute and share with us a bit about what you're doing there.
I'm a big believer that you've got to start players as early as they want to start playing. You don't have to force them to play, but I think we should be introducing kids to golf. What PGA Junior League is our version of Little League Baseball. So we have a team that represents the University of Maryland, and they play a two-person scramble. We have a match will be 6 two-person teams. They play a scramble, and we go play other courses. So it's like a Little League Baseball, where you play against other teams. They have jerseys with numbers on them. We have their names on the back. So they feel like a team. They all look, they all dress the same, and we just go play other courses and they get to compete. But it's a fun competition because they have a partner. And like I said, we start with a scramble, so it's a fun format to start with. And for us, it's amazing because you get the whole family out there. It literally is like a Little League game because the families are out there following their kids and cheering on the team. Then afterwards, they all get together, and hopefully we're celebrating a win. But Gabby Miller is the young woman who runs our junior league, and she stresses it's not about the winning and losing, but it's about the competition and doing the best that you can do. So it's a great program, and I think it's brought a lot more kids into golf and let them see that it can be a social sport. I think that's one of the things that golf has suffered. Everybody felt that it was an individual sport, so we're trying to make it more of a social sport and get more young people involved.
Yeah, well, if it was up to me, and when I play with my foursome, I would actually vote to play a scramble every single time.
It's a lot more fun, right?
It's more fun. The score is a lot better too, of course.
Jeff, I think people need to understand in playing golf, especially when you're first starting, you don't have to finish every hole.
Right.
And it's what other sport can I start wherever I want? Like if you and I play, we don't have to play the same tee. I can start from the 150-yard marker, and you can start from wherever you want. We can both play and have fun.
Right. I know I was also telling one of my kids that, I recently won a little match, and they said, like, that guy, I've seen him. He can hit the ball 50 yards further than you and straighter. And how'd you beat him? I said, well, he didn't get a stroke a hole like I did. So
that's right.
That's the thing with golf. Hey, Jeff, before I let you go, I know you were also you're a big believer in environmental initiatives, and I think you're doing stuff with the Audubon Society there, and so take again a quick minute if you don't mind. We're a little bit running out of time, but take a quick minute and share with us all the good work you're doing in that regard as well.
Sure, I tell you. So we've got a fantastic opportunity that a lot of golf courses don't because we're part of a campus. So we do a lot of work with campus to do environmental stuff. We've planted butterfly gardens to try to attract monarch butterflies as they migrate from north to south. We are working with a graduate student who's doing some carbon footprint stuff, and she's looking at our wetlands and how wetlands affect the carbon footprint. So I think every golf course really is an outdoor lab. And like I said, we have a unique opportunity because we have a university that can use it for a lab. But golf courses really are a benefit to the environment. And the more we can let the public know that golf courses really are good, the better off we're going to be as an industry. So, yeah, like you said, we're a certified wildlife sanctuary. We do as much as we can to increase wildlife on the golf course. And that doesn't mean students coming over. That means the four-legged kind of wildlife.
Very well put. Yeah. You one wildlife during the day, and you don't want a different form of wildlife.
Don't want any at night.
No. Hey, Jeff, just tell our viewers how they can reach you and learn more about golf at the University of Maryland.
So love for you to give us a call. The phone number is really easy to remember. It's 301-314-GOLF, which is 4653. Our website is golf.umd.edu, which is another easy way to remember us. We'd love for you to reach out to me and at the golf shop. And if I can do anything to help you come out and play, or I'll be glad to play with you. Give me a reason to get out of the office and onto the course. And the greatest thing about it is you don't have to be a Terp to play there. One of our slogans we've used in the past is come take our test, see how you finish on our 18 holes or what your score is for our 18 holes. So we'd love for everybody to come out and give us an opportunity to make you a Terp.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And congratulations on all the fascinating things you're doing. And we really look forward to seeing the partnership that you've developed with the Western Golf Association, Evans Scholars, the new Caves Valley Evans Scholars House coming to the University of Maryland. Lots of good stuff going on there. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Our guest has been Jeff Maynor, Director of Golf at the University of Maryland. This is David Nevins for Citybiz List. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again soon.